Hey guys, Aiden here with another comic book review. Today I'm reviewing Marvel Comics Civil War. This is a universe-wide event which was published in 2007. It was written by Mark Millar with art by Steve McNiven. Now this is my introduction to the works of Mark Millar and Steve McNiven, and I must say that I was very impressed by this creative team because the artwork is both realistic yet obviously a comic book, and the writing is really well done. So to get into the story, the United States government decides to legislate superhumans because there was this tragedy caused by a superpowered being, and they call the law the Superhuman Registration Act, and the people who sign on with that are deputized agents of the law, but they have to reveal to the public their secret identities. And one of the most shocking parts of this story is when Spider-Man reveals himself to be Peter Parker in front of national television, because he signed on with Iron Man and his supporters, and Captain America and a group of his supporters are against the law, and so they are labeled as outlaws, and this causes the disbanding of the Avengers and the forming of the new Avengers, which is Captain America's team, whereas Iron Man is the leader of the Avengers. But it really isn't the Avengers without Captain America. And that's basically the story, but there's a lot of things that should be spoken of whilst reviewing this story, because, as I said, this is a universe-wide event, but it changed the Marvel Universe forever. Because after this, people knew who Spider-Man was, so that caused greater risk for his family. But then again, his family is always being put in jeopardy, but this time it's like, oh, we all know who you are, so you got an aunt, you got a wife, let's put them at risk. And other heroes like She-Hulk had signed on with Iron Man, and so they all knew who she was. And the surprising thing is Thor is dead during this part, so he has no part in it, and the Hulk is missing. I hadn't read up the stories leading up to this, but I read the stories after this. And in my last video, I showed you this Spider-Man comic that I bought at a local con. And from what I've heard, Spider-Man Back in Black takes place after Civil War. So right now I'm going to show you a page from the book to show you the artwork. Here's Captain America punching the Punisher. Because at that point in the story, the Punisher joins Captain America's team, but he wants to kill people, and Captain America's like, oh, you can't just kill people. And so I highly recommend that you read Civil War for yourself. There's a sequel called Civil War 2, which I haven't read, but eventually I'll get to that. And of course, for those of you who are a fan of the Marvel movies, there's a loose adaptation of this storyline. But, you know, there are a lot of characters in the book who aren't in the movie. But I liked the movie. It was pretty good. And this is a very good Marvel Comics story because they've got many, many, many universe-wide events, but this is like the only one that I've read. But I hear that the other universe-wide events are very good, such as Secret Wars, where Spider-Man gets his black costume, and Secret Invasion, where the Skrulls invade Earth. Anyway, that is it for today. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I appreciate any feedback given to me. And enjoy the rest of your day.